Hello, hello, hello. I think this is working. Hello, hello, hello. What a ridiculous way to start a stream by coughing and spluttering. Anyway, I'm watching the Arsenal now, and this is a test, a test stream. I won't usually be watching Arsenal or Atletico Madrid, but woe is me. Newcastle United aren't playing tonight, and so I thought, well, I want to try it out. So here I am having a go. Players are all lining up right now. You see lower down, by the way, when I'm looking that way, that's me looking at my screen. This is me looking at you. This is all new to me. All new. So bear with me for the next 2 hours. What I would love is if any of you could leave a comment in the chat. I'm going to reply to all of them. Well, I'll answer them all. I'm just posting a tweet right now. I watched this fixture earlier in the season, and Arteta's men were far too much for Madrid. I actually think Arsenal win this tonight comfortably. Right, so now that we're live, how do I do this? I need to grab the link. I hope everyone's all right. Good evening. So this is my new channel, the Gallagher Studios. I'm excited about this. I'm going to talk about that a bit more. Right, lineups have just been done. You can see I've got lineups in the match info here beneath me. I've also got the score rolling, and that should update, and it will also include stats as we go. I built this myself today. I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I did that. I'm an ambassador for a platform called Base 44, which is like vibe coding. You LLM, like ChatGPT style, talk to a bar on one side of your screen, and then it builds what you're trying to create on the other. And so I fed in an API which is called API Football, and then I built this whole setup and system where in the background I can choose a game, and then that information pulls through, which is how I've got this data scrolling through, and I can choose any match. And I bought like a 3-month subscription, and that subscription should take me through the World Cup too, which is great. Right, what am I doing? I'm grabbing the link for this stream. There it is. So here, copy link, and done. That's it. I don't need that, do I? Get rid of that. Right, they're kicking off. So post, boom. Right, and then what I'm also going to do in my comments is I'm just going to add my link to ToshiBet. My partner's ToshiBet. Toshi.bet/r/hello Ben White. Go join in. I'm going to speak to the lads at ToshiBet and see if I can start running some competitions during these streams. Go join in. Boom. Okay, so that's done. What else am I going to do quickly? I'm just going to drop into a group so that I'm streaming, and then I'll get to it. Right, they've kicked off. Arsenal are in their change strip. Grey with white shorts, kicking even right to left as I'm looking at it. Atletico Madrid, blue shorts, red and white stripes in their home kit, kicking left to right. Played the ball back, and they're up into midfield straight away. I'll run through the lineups in a minute, and we can see what's happening. Oh, they're straight on the attack. Who's that? Oof, great block. Great block. Sorry, I have to get into actually saying what I'm seeing rather than just being like, oh, right, let me drop into our group chat here. Done. Oh, I should probably turn that down. You're not allowed to hear. I wonder if you could hear, actually. That's the kind of thing I need. Ah, look, my stats are starting to come up at the bottom there. Okay, so note to self, I want to bring that up and make it a bit bigger. But that's working. I'm not going to fuck around with it now while we're talking. But those stats that are changing at the bottom there on the screen. So that's got like ball possession, shots, passes, all of the rest of it. That's being pulled in from the API. So every 15 seconds that refreshes. And you can see that I want to make that timer bigger as well. In fact, all of that's a little bit too small for my liking. There you are, something to change for tomorrow. Right, bang, I'm live streaming now. Right, there you go. I'm not going to do any more of that. People will just find me, I guess, over the next couple of hours. I could probably just go in one place now. Let me drop it in here as well. Fucking hell. My God. Here. Right. In, done. And live streaming. Where are we at? Arsenal playing out from the back. Looks like they've just had a goal kick. Oh, Ben. Right. Paste. I'm not even really sure of the lineup. I'm going to have a look at that in a second. I'll bring it up on my screen. Right. Bam. I'm streaming. Boom, boom. Go. Right. Okay. Right. Well, there you go. I can put that down. Put it on charge. Get out of the way. Where's my fucking cable? There it is. So anyway, right. I decided over the weekend that I'm going to run the best Newcastle United live stream and channel in the world. Just like you decide to do that kind of thing. And I'm really excited about it. For anyone who doesn't know me at this point, my name is Ben White, which is why a lot of people assume I'm an Arsenal fan a lot of the time. Madrid on the move here a bit. And that's a great ball out wide. I'm not familiar enough with the Madrid players, actually, to be able to call it, but they've just put a great ball out wide, and they're moving in. Well blocked. Lovely block. Cleared out to no one, though. Arsenal under the cosh a little bit here. Anyway, Ben White. I used to work in e-commerce. And more recently, last maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years, working in Web3 and crypto, working with projects that have been launching really interesting stuff using blockchain technology. I've also built a prediction market called Predictfully, one of the sponsors below that you can see, which I'll talk a lot more about in detail in time. I'm not just going to come on here and hard shill that from the get-go. But I'm also, I create content and stuff like that. Hey, Uncle Bro. Ayo, Ben. I love that. Hey, man. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for commenting. More people that comment, the better. It'd be really helpful for me. And I worked for a great company called Rug Radio. They produce blockchain-led content. I was managing a whole bunch of content creators there, helping them manage community, helping them like monetize their brand and their content. And then the last couple of years, I've been working, creating content myself. I've a great gig with the people at ToshiBet, which is really cool, right? How often do you get to start a new venture like this? Oh, ball in, Arsenal. Oh my goodness. That was very good. That was great to see. Great to see. I'm trying to see who put that in there. I think that's Eze's put that. No, it's Madueke's put that in there. It's come over the back, and then Gabriel's Martinelli. Has he got it? I'm trying to see if it's a corner or not. He's jumped up. No. Who's that that's overlapping? I'm trying to see who that is. The problem I've got is I can't actually see who that was. But someone overlapping at the far post and went to kick it. Out it went. No good. Early start, but that's a great break from Arsenal. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, let me just get all of this out. So, I've been working on content creation, community management, all of that kind of stuff. But I've been working with sports as well, working with a great sports book and casino, the guys at ToshiBet. And I was just like, right, do you know what? I want to do this properly. So I've given myself 12 months. Atletico Madrid on the break. Ball's out right. Lovely little ball in. Great. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm really struggling to like see what's going on here. Right, I'll tell you what I need in front of me. I need the lineups. See, this is where you get prepared, right? Going forward, you have both lineups in front of you. Okay, football. Let's see. I just saw that Murdick from Chelsea got a 4-year ban for doping. Imagine doping and still being shit. Okay, here they are. Right, where are the lineups? There they go. Right. So yeah, that I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's surname. The guy playing left back at Arsenal. That's how much I've been paying attention to it. Obviously, White, Saliba, Gabriel, and then who is that guy? Hincapi. I'm gonna get that wrong. How the fuck do I not know this dude's name? Ridiculous. Playing left back for Arsenal. Okay, Odegaard, Zubimendi, and Rice in the middle, so quite compact. And then Madueke, Martinelli on either side of Gyökeres. Let's see. And then Atletico Madrid, Oblak in defence. Obviously, Raya in goal for Arsenal. So Oblak in goal for Atletico Madrid. Llorente, Pubil, Hanko, and Ruggeri. Then Simeone, Koke. I never know how to pronounce that. Cardoso, Lookman, who I really like, out on their left side, number 22. Antoine Griezmann and Alvarez. Griezmann, man, how old is this dude? Still cutting it in semi-finals of Champions Leagues. He feels like he's been around forever. Oh, cool. Uncle Bro's streaming himself. Cheers, man. Gonna hop in during the pause as I'm streaming myself at the moment. See you later. Well, I'll be here for a couple of hours. No sweat. Right, where are we at? So, 10 minutes in. Pretty, as you would expect, testing each other out a little bit. That's nice play by Madueke there. So I thought Saka was back in. Like, he came on last week, didn't he? Let's see. Came on against Newcastle. Who are the subs? So Kepa, Calafiori, Dowman, Eze, Lewis Skelly, Mascara, Saka. Fuck me, they've got some bench, haven't they? Trossard and Jesus. And then I'm not familiar enough with Atletico's. I know that Atletico Madrid are like 15 points behind Barcelona. So, yeah, interesting from their end. It's just not a squad I'm that familiar with. I used to watch a lot of La Liga. Just stopped doing it of late. Anyway, where are we at? 29 people live. Thank you. First 15 minutes. Okay. And one thing I'd like to see actually is the. So this says that game's been live for 12 minutes. I think I might have a bit of a lag on my. Let's see. Yeah, on my where I'm watching this. Let's just see if that comes in now. 11 minutes. That's at 12 minutes. So I need to play with my the stats that I'm creating. Anyway, the one thing I said the other day is I created all the stats that you can see that I've got running on the side here, and the information scaling across the bottom. I built all of that today, so this is all like proper learning progress for me. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter. Waleed, I also believe that Arsenal will win. Right. Oh my God, Atletico Madrid had a. Okay, who have we got here playing in? So Atletico really on the attack there. It's come back out now. Arsenal with literally all 11 men behind the ball. Simeone's down on the line like with his arms stretched out in the air. Okay, yeah, he's calling them to pull it out wide. Llorente on the ball now. He's doing pretty well, actually. Oh, almost out for a corner. It's a big throw-in. Throw-in right down on the byline for Atletico Madrid. Who have they given this to straight away? He's picked it up. Number 20, which is Simeone. So, yeah, and as you can see, they've all gone right into the box. So I'm assuming he's a long throw specialist. That's something Arsenal are going to have to look out for. All of them in there. How far is this going to go in? Yeah, pretty good. All the way into the 6-yard box. Been cleared out. Big header out. Oh, and now Arsenal are on a break. Look at that ball. Who's chasing? Yeah, man. Gyökeres just doesn't have that turn of pace like some strikers. Ball just went away then. And I tell you, if that had been like even if that had been like an Anthony Gordon or a Thierry Henry back in the day, that would have been a real trouble. Atletico Madrid holding onto the ball really well. So they played it all the way back. They're moving forward again. It's interesting to see the shape of Arsenal here because they do potentially look a little bit narrow. Oh, ball into the centre for Atletico Madrid. Tussle on the... Oh my goodness me. Literally on the 18-yard line. Alvarez with a great shot. I think he's forced to save from Raya. Let me see. Looking at the replay now. Bodies everywhere. And then, yeah, great save by Raya. I mean, it was the right height for him. But he's at full stretch to get that, push that around the post. So it's a corner to Atletico Madrid. Interesting. Yeah, as I was saying before that happened, I think with that's midfield corner ball in, cleared, straight back out though. Griezmann with the ball in. What a ball! Oh. Arsenal so good in the air, at the top and the bottom of the field, and now they're on the break. Who's that? Is that Rice on the break? Oh my God, rapid! Oh no, it's Gyökeres, who I just said was slow. What a great break! Ball in. He's going to score. Oh my gosh! Put the ball across there. Who did that land at? Who was that for Arsenal? I think it might have been Odegaard. Fucking hell. Great break. Yeah, looking at this, with that central three midfielders of Rice, Odegaard and Zubimendi, Arsenal look narrow when they're defending. And Atletico Madrid are literally popping it out left and right. So I assume their hope is that they get it in and Alvarez can be there, or Griezmann can kind of like mop up the pieces. That's all I can think, really. 15 minutes in. It's quite tense stuff. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as yesterday. 59% ball possession for Atletico Madrid. It has felt like that. Saliba's gone down there like a sack of shit, I think. Was that Saliba? Don't think that was at all necessary. Yeah, I agree. I don't even think that was a foul. I think he just spun him. It was Odegaard there. Oh, straight. It's a great block by Atletico Madrid. Cardoso, the defender. Looking back there, that is actually a very good save by Raya. He's a full stretch. Oh, wow, this is fun. I'm getting a bit more comfortable now. I was quite nervous doing this. I guess you got to have like a blend of knowing how to talk about what's going on, plus being able to like pick up what's going on the pitch, plus just talking a bit more generally. Madueke's on the ball. He's out. Great ball in from wide. Gyökeres. Oh, no. It's, I need to get better when the ball's moving forward. This lad, whose name I don't know how to pronounce, who's left back at Arsenal. I'm sort of embarrassed that I don't know how to pronounce his name because he's like shit in a field. He's absolutely everywhere. Hincapi. I'm gonna see how to pronounce it. See if Google will tell me how to pronounce it, so I don't keep looking like such a prick. Here we are. Right. How to pronounce that? Okay. Incape. Incapie. 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 Where's he from? Ecuadorian. Incapie. Honestly, I have no idea who he is. I've just managed to go a whole season, and the team who are top of the league and also have been kind of top of the Champions League, really. And I still don't know the guy who's playing left back, and I'm just learning how to pronounce his name. Incapie. There you are. Oh, I like him. He's been everywhere. He has been everywhere. Right, where are we at now? Offside. Who was that strayed offside there? Not sure. One of the things that would be nice would be to put on... Oh, yeah, that's something I hadn't thought about. If I put on... Can you put on subtitles? English. So if I put on... There we go. Look at that. That's nice, Ben. You're clever. So now I've got Incapie. He's had a bang on the hip. Someone's signalling to the Atletico Madrid bench because he's not moving very well. Ah, okay, keeper. So the Atletico keeper is struggling. Looks like he's been banged on the hip. Who's there? That's Oblak. Who's their second keeper? I'm not sure. No one I know. Lookman. I'm pretty sure Lookman was in the Premier League, wasn't he? So he's at Atletico Madrid. Where was Lookman at? Ademola Lookman. He's Nigerian. He's a decent player. I was watching him the other week. Where did he play from before then? Okay, so he plays for Nigeria. He's actually from Wandsworth in London. African Player of the Year award. Let's have a look. Am I going to be a twat now because Lookman has played for someone else. He was at Atlanta. Where was he before this then? Don't tell me he was at Arsenal. That'll make me feel like a dick. Yeah, Everton. See, I knew him. 2017 to 2019 at Everton. Goes out to loan on at Leipzig. Does a season at Fulham. Another season at Leicester, both on loan. Everton loaned him out to Leipzig. Oh no, and then Leipzig bought him. And then they've loaned him to Fulham, loaned him to Leicester. Guy looks like he can't get a break. Goes to Atlanta, plays 105 games. Scores 41. Fair play to him. And now he's at Atletico. He's just signed for him. Went through Charlton's academy. Great player. I like him. Right, what's going on? Delivery in there again. Is that Madueke? Yeah. That looks like it might be in a corner. Gyökeres has just taken a bash on the face. Jumping up for a ball. He's got bad nose, cut lip. How's he done that then? He's gone up for the ball. Yeah, it's not a foul. 3 players going for the same ball. We're having a break now. Attending to Gyökeres. Is that lad? No, he's not. There was a lad, Felix, wasn't there, that used to play for Atletico Madrid. I don't know where he went. People were saying he was going to be the next big thing. Remember? Yeah. 2 Atletico players. Madueke jumps in like a mad fucker. It's actually Madueke's elbow that's caught Gyökeres in the face there. Arteta's on to Rice on the touchline. Bit of a regroup. Everyone's up on their feet. Looks like we're getting off again. What's going to happen here? So it's a corner. Looks like a corner. Yeah, corner to Arsenal. Madueke's on the, I guess, right-hand side as you're looking down the pitch, taking the corner. That stadium's stunning at Madrid. Like a proper cauldron. Right. Ball's coming in. There it is. Oh, it's a shite corner. Didn't even beat the first man. Back out to Arsenal. All the way back to Raya. Hoofs it upfield. Who's that? Is that Saliba? Yeah. No. Fucking hell, Ben. It's Gabriel. Gabriel reckons he got pulled over during that corner. He absolutely did not. It's scrappy. This is absolutely by no means the classic that we saw last night. How good was that, by the way? 9 goals. 9 goals. 6 of them quality as well. That Diaz goal for me was the one. And I quite liked Harry Kane's penalty as well. Right, what's going on? Anyone seen the Umbro Crocs that dropped today? They look class. Oh, I'm buying a pair of them. Done. Save. Right. Set up password on Google Doc. Right, what was I here to do? I was coming to look at something. How ridiculous. Hey, Hugo, how's it going? Boom. You like the scoreboard? Looks good, right? I'm pleased with it. I wish someone would score. Ball's all the way back to Atletico keeper. See, one of the things they've stopped doing, see, Arsenal have sussed it out. Arsenal looked narrow in those first 15, 20 minutes. They look like they've spread out a little bit, but they're encouraging their fullbacks to push up a bit. So I don't know if that will mean eventually there'll be some room behind them. But they seem to have solved that problem of the balls going out wide from Atletico. Looks like Arteta's given that instruction during that little break there was a moment ago. And now where it's gone a bit wider, Arsenal playing through the middle. Oh, that's a shite ball out mind. Well played, Madueke. He's recovered that. That was a fucking hospital pass from Rice there. Madueke on the ball now. He's busy, Madueke, actually. He's probably been the most busy of the Arsenal players so far, attacking wise. Rice on the ball. Ben White overlapping with Madueke. Got some pace, Ben White, mind, didn't he? Madueke. Right, here we go. Here's a break. 4 players back for Arsenal. It's 4 versus 3. A bit of skill here, and he could be through. Oh, where's Griezmann? There he is on the ball now. Don't give him any room. Okay, it's out wide, out on the left. Atletico Madrid got 5 forward. Well played by Saliba there. Madueke got back in defensively as well there. That made a lot of effort. That back 4 became 5 really quickly. What are we up to here then? Okay, so Atletico just keeping it across the back. Arsenal being super patient. Griezmann now has dropped. I think he's trying to pull the strings from midfield. Unlucky. Ball went in there. Great header from... who have we got there? Ruggieri. Puts the ball into Alvarez with the header. But it was too high. Let's have a look at that. Great ball in. Alvarez meets it. Gets in front of Gabriel. But it's miles too high. So this is Filza. Who do you prefer today? I said Arsenal. The reason I said Arsenal, even though it's at Atletico, is I watched this fixture earlier in the season, Phil, and Arsenal ran riot. I can't remember how many it was. I'm pretty sure Arsenal scored 4. It might even have been 4-0. Let's have a look. Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Yeah, what about earlier in the season? What do I say? Group stage. Group stage, there it is. It was 4-0. It was at the Emirates. Fair enough, but still. I just thought Arsenal might have a bit much to put on them. And I think they're kind of... Oh my God. Rice into Madueke. Madueke from 25 yards. With his left foot. Curling. Keeper had it covered. But that's an excellent effort from Madueke, who has been Arsenal's best player attacking wise so far. Lovely ball into him from Rice. Rice is kind of getting hold of the ball now. Anyway, Phil, to answer your question, I just felt like Arsenal would have a bit too much for them. And I also think with what's going on in the Premier League, weirdly, there isn't nearly as much pressure on Arsenal in this competition. So I fancy them to progress. Whether they win this one or not, I've made a bet with Toshi that they would. Um, we'll wait and see. But yeah, I think Arsenal could nick this. Atletico don't look at all solid. They look like they can break, but they don't look solid. And Arsenal do look solid. They're playing well. Phil, again, I'd rather Arsenal win because they were such losers for the last 20 years. So them playing in the final would be more dramatic. Yeah, I mean, look, I remember in 2006 when Arsenal were in the Champions League final against Barcelona. And they limped out of that. They just weren't good enough. And then since then, it's kind of all been downhill for Arsenal. So I've enjoyed the last few weeks watching them bottle it, but secretly, I don't think I would mind if they, won something. I think Man City have had their fill. Certainly, Bayern Munich and Paris have. So Arsenal are due one. Let's see. Right, Arsenal look like they are well in the ascendancy here. Top half of the field. Rice pulling the strings. He's moved forward. Incapia is doing well down the right hand side. Left hand side. Fucking hell, Ben. Get your left and right. Okay, Gabriel on the ball. Back. Saliba on the ball right now with his bright yellow boots. Back to Raya. See, this is the one thing I do quite appreciate about this Arsenal team is they don't mind going backwards. They retain the ball pretty well. Oh, they've not retained that though. Oh my gosh. I would say that. There's Lookman. Just dispossessed. I'm not sure who it was. Oh, trying to play a bit of tiki-taka, and Alvarez has just had the ball put into him and he was travelling in the opposite direction. Missed it. That's a shame. They should have had Lehmann sent off that day though. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So you remember it as well. Yeah, I was in New Zealand when that game was on. So I was watching it in bed at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Long time ago. That was in my mind. That was because they won the FA Cup, didn't they, in 2005? They obviously won the league as the Invincibles 2004. FA Cup, I'm pretty sure they won in Cardiff in 2005. It was against Man United and it went to penalties. And I seem to recall that the winning penalty was Patrick Vieira and that might have actually been his last kick of the ball for Arsenal as well. And then 2006, they went to the final of the Champions League. And that was, I seem to remember, Henry and Campbell. And that was getting to the end of like Sol Campbell's career. And Thierry Henry, I think, then left for Barcelona. So it was the end of that whole era of like, those Invincibles were just incredible. But Patrick Vieira, particularly Sol Campbell, who played centre half with Sol Campbell after Tony Adams went? Martin Keown for a while. They had Jens Lehmann, Seaman had gone. They had, I think Robert Pires was still there. I think Freddie Ljungberg maybe. It might be a bit earlier. I think he might have gone by that point. Still a great team. Great team. It's been a while for Arsenal now. You would never have thought when, not really the end of Sol Campbell, he went to Tottenham later. Did he? Well, he went back to Tottenham. Are you sure? No, he came from Tottenham. He didn't go back there. There's no way they would have had him back. I thought he went to like Notts County or something like that. Oh, he went to Portsmouth. That's where Sol Campbell went. Went to Portsmouth with David James. Harry Redknapp played in that team. Carnu went as well. Anyway, right. Where are we now? 35 minutes in. Atletico Madrid have just had a shot, but Gabriel's defended that really well. Raya's on the ball at the moment. Looking to play the ball out. There it goes. Down the right flank. Nope. Turn around. Back it comes. Very patient play. I know a lot of people yesterday were saying when it was like 5-2 and then 5-3, like, oh god, we've got Arsenal and Atletico Madrid to dread tomorrow. This hasn't been bad football at all. Been two tight teams playing very, very patient football. It's not bad football at all. So yeah, still patiently on the ball. Oh, trying to feed in Madueke. They're definitely looking as him as the danger man, right? Throw into Arsenal, quite far down the field. Right then, where are we at? Arsenal putting the ball forward. Who's got to that? No, he kept it in. No, Martinelli looked like he'd kept that in, but he hasn't. Incapia up to Martinelli, but he. Let's see, how wide was that? Oh, it's well out. It's well out. Arteta looks okay, pretty comfortable actually in his technical area. Kind of pacing up and down it. Atletico got another break here though. This keeps happening. I tell you what, when they break with 1, 2, 3, and Arsenal immediately have 6 back. They cover so well. Lookman looks probably the most likely to make something happen. And Coke, is it Coke or Cokie? Coke, I think it's Coke. Quick throw in from Atletico, out on the right on their side, in the last third of the pitch. Ball in, Griezmann's on the ball. That wasn't Griezmann, it was Llorente. There he is again on the ball now. Playing with it on the edge, that was Griezmann there. Oh, lovely play out from Arsenal. Odegaard on the ball now, marauding forward. Great job. See, they turn and they play it back though. Fucking get up the field. I'd be going mad if I was an Arsenal fan there. They had a break on. All the way back over now onto the right. Who is that keeps hugging that? Is that Ben White that keeps overlapping? So Martinelli. No. Right, all the way back. Zubamendi. See, Zubamendi's covering and Declan Rice is pushed right up the field. Zubamendi out wide. Up to Madueke. So patient. Rice has dropped back in a little bit now. Saliba on the ball with his luminous yellow boots over to Madueke. Down to he's beating his man. Oh, well played. Is that Lookman? Well played. No, I don't think it was Lookman. I think it was Hanko, but I couldn't be sure. Atletico not doing a very good job of holding on to the ball at all. And yes, you're right, that was Gallas that went to Spurs. Phil. Who've got out wide here? Martinelli. Out left. Great ball in. Madueke. Oh, just blocked out. Fair play to Atletico Madrid. Here's a break. Here's a break. Hanko pushed the ball up. Oh, it's with Atletico. Oh, well played. Who is that? Is that Declan Rice? It is. Declan Rice has just cut across the Atletico player. I think it was Alvarez. Completely cut him off. And Raya just scoops the ball up. Arsenal now at the other end. Oh no, a great job by Llorente there. Good player, Llorente. He's also been around for a while, isn't he? One of the things I haven't checked is how well my audio is. So anyone that's listening, I would be so grateful if you could just tell me that my audio is either great or I'm quiet or needs work or whatever. That would be really good. Right, I'll tell you one of the other things I want to look at. I'm going to have a look at my dashboard for... oh, it's a penalty kick. Arsenal penalty. Zubimendi into Gyökeres. Close to one of the Atletico players, straight over. Atletico players, as they always do, are protesting significantly. I think that's Odegaard that's picked it up. Simeone's going bonkers down on the line. Right, let's see what happens. There's the ball into Zubim. There. In. Oh. I think he's gone. I think it's a push. So number 17 for Atletico is Hanko. And he's gone into Gyökeres. Their feet haven't connected. They've just come together. I don't know. Yeah, they've given it, I think. I'm pretty sure they've given it. Yeah, check over, penalty stands. He's pushed into him. So I think it is a penalty, but it's soft. It's soft from the player. Like, Gyökeres could feel it coming in. Right, let's see then. Yeah. And it's a goal. That's interesting. So I'm watching this and I can't see that it's gone in yet. I've got a delay, but the score's already gone 1-0 in the screen. So I know that's a great penalty too. Well played, Gyökeres. I wish he wouldn't do that fucking mask. He makes himself look like a right prick. Right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to refresh my screen. I'm going to go back into it. Yeah, no, that's where it is. So it says here it's at 44 minutes and Gyökeres has just scored, but I reckon I'm a good 40 seconds behind the action in Madrid. Well, there you are. Yeah, in fact, from that view, Hanko's got his arms around him as well, his waist. It's a fucking my favourite kind of penalty. Laces through it. Absolute back of the net. Nobody stopping that. It's a great penalty. Right, are we kicking off again then, or what? 5 goals in 11 matches. Not a bad return for we were all saying was a flop. Let's have a look at Gyökeres' stats. Moreover, Gyökeres. He does that fucking thing. Cock. Right. So he was wherever he was, 15 to 17. Brommapojana, Swedish team, scored 20 in 56. Went to Brighton. None in none. Loaned out to St. Pauli, great club in Hamburg. Well, in St. Pauli, they'll kill you if you say that, but in the Hamburg area of Germany. Swansea City on loan. Coventry City on loan. Coventry City scored 38 in 91. Ode to Sporting Scored 68 and 66. Fair play to him. Arsenal, he's scored 13 and 33 so far. I think that's pretty good. It's not great, but for a first season, if they go on and win the league, it would have been 13 important goals, wouldn't it? 55 million. So fuck's like better than Wissa. That's for sure. Right. That ball's gone all the way through. Atletico Madrid's keepers kicked that the length of the pitch, and Raya takes it with only Griezmann challenging, who is never going to challenge Raya in the air. And Raya kicks it up all the way up to the other end of the field. Lands at Declan Rice. Great ball, unlucky. Loads of shit on the field, loads of paper. They have to come on and clean that up at half time. Don't know if that's like toilet rolls or something that have all been lobbed onto the field, but there's fucking loads of it. The field is covered in white paper. 2 seconds left, that's it, half time. Interesting half. Arsenal players rushing up. Atletico players rushing up to have a go at the ref. Referee's just saying go now. And there's some lad here on the side of the field making what looks like cheese and pastrami sandwiches. Love to see that. There you are, half time, everyone. Go get a cup of tea. How would I sum that half up? Patient, pretty controlled. Arsenal haven't looked in trouble at all. Madueke had that great shot, left foot, curving round, just went wide. Raya had to make a save. It was a great save, actually. Forced a save from him, and he did really well, pushed it round the bar. Aside from that, the penalty at the end, just a lack of discipline, a lapse in discipline from Hanko for Atletico Madrid. I think Simeone will look at that again and he will recognise that it was a penalty, and I think he'll be fuming, actually, that they've defended and been as solid as they have. But if you ask me, I would say the threat for Atletico, or from Atletico, is coming from their wide players. And the second Arsenal figured that out and isolated it, Atletico Madrid haven't really known what to do. And Declan Rice has been very, very solid, picking it up in centre midfield. Martinelli on one side and Madueke on the other have looked like they're going to cause problems the whole way. Gyökeres was clinical there with the penalty. And I think Arsenal probably edged it. 81 of you watching. How about that? Right, you'll go make a cup of tea if you like. My scoreboard's looking alright as well, isn't it? I think I need to make it bigger. So if I was going to make that bigger now, I would say, so it says half time. I think I'm going to write down some notes. Fucking write down. I'm not. I'm going to get my notes up on this page. Fucking write down notes. What on earth are you talking about, Ben? Right, well, I could probably take this time to ask people to go and subscribe to something for me, couldn't I? So, this is currently playing on X and on YouTube. And I'm doing it via my personal account at the moment, but I will be also doing it via my account I've made for Gallagate Studios. So, it's GALLOW GTE, Gallagher HQ. And I'm just putting that in the comments. And I would be really, really grateful if any of you would go follow that account on X or go to YouTube, even better, and subscribe. I am going to figure out how I get better at pushing people that way. Right, what was I doing? I was going to here. Right, so what was I going to do? I think I can afford, so I think the scores are the right side. Scores are correct size. I think the team names aren't big enough. What could I increase them by? Maybe 50%? By 50%. Also, the goal scorer hasn't come up on screen. That's annoying. Fuck it. Should we try and fix this now while we're here? Let's do that. So, what else have I got open at the moment? You're off. Nice. Clean off. Right. Here it is. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say in here, I would like you to edit the overlay so that the box stays the same size, but we increase the size of the team names and the team badges. We increase the size of the timer. In the live version that I have on my site right now, the goal scorer isn't appearing under the score or under the team name. So that is an error. Sorry, I'm talking to my AI agent. I've got a thing called Whisper Flow. If you've never used it before, you should look at it. WISPR. I just hit the function button and talk. And then when I hit enter, it does what I ask it to do. Okay, what else is not right? And the statistic bars are quite small, and I think it would be great to increase the font size for the two stats on their rotation. That's great. Also, the match info currently still showing the lineup for both teams, but hasn't adjusted to cover any of the important moments in the match. Okay, right. Let's see what it does. See if we can get it fixed for second half. So that's this box here. I'm trying to fix the way that looks. bug where the live events are hard-coded to empty arrays. So it needs to fix the stat rotator font sizing. Fix the ticker to show events first, goals, cards, subs, and push lineups to the end. Great. All 4 issues fixed. Team names and badges are now bigger. Goal scorer bug fixed. Live data was overwriting events with empty arrays, now passes them through correctly. Stat bars are bigger. Ticker. Okay, so should we try and do it? So let's look at what the overlay looks like. So I'm looking at a preview of it. Oh God, it's not showing it. Why is that not showing me my preview? Here we go. Yeah, that's loads better. That's loads better. Okay, so come out of there. In the preview you've sent me, it looks much better, but I still can't see the goal scorer name. Is that because we're looking at it in test environment, or have you missed that? Sorry, just asking it again. How many people have watched me today? um, 83 watching along now. It's amazing. Thank you. Found it. Never fetches match events goal card API at all. It only fetches the fixture info and stats. I need to include. Okay, so this is the thing with AI, right? It literally told me that it had done that, and then I've questioned it again, and it said no, I wasn't doing it. AI, man, can be great, can also be shit. Sometimes very good, sometimes very shit. Right, the function was never fetching. So has it fixed it? Looks like it's fixed it. So let me look at the preview now. Yes, that's better. 44 minutes. Gyökeres. Okay, this is going to look loads better, everyone. So now what I do is I publish this. Publish. And I go to, where's my OBS? So OBS is the operating system that I can stream through. So I've got OBS here. And then I switch on OBS as a virtual camera and push it through StreamYard where I've got all of my accounts in, and then that manages the messaging. It's actually quite a lot of moving parts. So you have to get it just right before you start and then do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the stats ticker. And I need to remember, so 500 by 370. 500, 370. 500 by 370. Okay. Right. Cancel. So I'm going to delete this. Remove. So now my stats have gone. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it back in. So create browser, and I'm going to call it match statistics. Okay. And I need to change it to, what was the width again? 500. And the height was 370. And I have to go into match overlay, refresh, copy, now it has the goal scorer. The names of the teams are better. The stat info is bolder. And then as more people score, I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Okay, our double pivot has learned to stay between the lines and find each other finally. Keep going, Ben. Love the format and design. Thank you, Cash. I appreciate it. Cash is a friend. Cash is an Arsenal fan. So I appreciate you must be shitting your pants whilst watching this. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do it. But I guess what I'm trying to do in this first instance, Cash, is like show people how you put one of these channels together. Like I figured one of the things that will make this channel a better channel is showing people how you put this kind of shit together, because it isn't that easy. It's tough. Okay, one of the things I'm also going to do is I'm going to fix the ticker. So that ticker is still just showing that, so I'm going to delete it, remove, and then I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to put in browser. So we're going to put it in ticker. Okay. Fuck. I didn't look at how big it was. I seem to remember it was 900 by 80. Right, they've kicked off again. So I will start talking about sport again in a minute. Okay. And then you go on to ticker. You go grab the ticker link. Here. Okay. Boom. Right. And then we do that and we make it a bit bigger. Okay, and then there. Look at that. Looks better. And I think what it will show now is the goal scorers as well. Let's see if it does. It's going through. It'll also pick up. Oh my god. Raya's just picked up the ball right on the edge of his area. Yeah, look at that. So we've got the substitutions. That looks good. Okay, I'm pleased. That'll get busier as the game goes on. Right, I'm going to close that down again. Get back into the football. Who's this on the deck? Lookman, what's he done? Has Ben White just absolutely crashed into Lookman? Yes, he has. Oh, and he stood right on his toe. And that hasn't been picked up either. Unlucky. Right. Cash reposted my stream. Thank you, Cash, man. I appreciate you. I do. Right. So, second half's on. Arsenal again in their chain strip. Like a navy blue with red stripes on their lapels. And what colour shorts? White shorts, white socks. Atletico Madrid in their red and white stripes with blue shorts, blue socks. Atletico are now kicking from right to left, and Arsenal from left to right. Atletico look like they've come out like they've just had a rocket put up them, that's for sure. Let's see what happens. 100 people watching the stream now. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've just realised how close I was to my camera. Hello, everyone. For those of you who have come here because Cash sent you, yes, my name is Ben White, and yes, I'm a Newcastle United fan. The intention is to do these streams about Newcastle and make Newcastle-related content, but I've just started and Newcastle weren't playing tonight. Arsenal were, so this is my test stream. It's been alright so far. Right, let's just see what's happened there. Griezmann on the ball, beautiful touch. And I don't think that was a foul from Gyökeres. I don't think that was a foul. But Number 5 for Atletico's gone over. That is Cardoso in a pretty neat looking position. I would say 25 yards. Raya's lining up his wall right in front of the goal. Griezmann stood over it. So is Alvarez, I think. It's just slightly to the right as you're looking at the goal. Side netting. I thought that was... I was going to be stunned if that had gone in. Beckham-esque. It was Alvarez. He's put it around the wall. Raya looks like he had it covered. I think he did. And it's gone into the side netting of the goal. On the outside, obviously. It's a great effort for a free kick, to be honest. Great effort. Cash has reposted this stream. And by reposting it, I've had another 20 people join. It would be amazing if some of the 102 people now watching would also repost it. It would be amazing for me, given it's my first live stream like this. I'd be so grateful. So if anyone feels like they want to do it, please do. I'd be eternally grateful. And also, please give me a follow. I'm following most people back at the moment because the new followers are all football related. I've been working in like Web3, blockchain, crypto previously, so my football to crypto ratio hasn't been great, so I'm just following everyone back from a football perspective. But yeah, I'd be very grateful if you did that. Right. Also, feel free to jump in the comments and ask me any questions. Very happy to answer as we go. I gave a little bit of insight there in terms of what it means to kind of manage one of these streams like this. I built this today. It's been good, actually. I'm really pleased with it. I'm pleased with the branding. Like my Gallagher Studios logo with the magpie. I'm looking forward to getting that turned into a t-shirt and a hoodie and a cap. Standard. Right. Lookman pounces on the ball. Ooh, handball. Who was the handball to? God, Atletico had the advantage there. Right, ball's gone forward. Llorente's chasing it down. I don't think Llorente's got any chance against this fucking Hincapié. He looks far too good. Very impressed with him. I need to put my subtitles back on. English, there we are. I'm going to make a post tomorrow about what it was like to build this. What would you call it? Like stream background. Okay, Atletico are in. Oh my god, there's Lookman on the ball. Raya. Oh my god, Griezmann's just absolutely blemmed it over as well. Fair play to David Raya. He is some keeper. So I'm not sure what happened, but the ball broke. Lookman was, onside. He got through. He had two behind him, but he was kind of one-on-one with Raya. He's put it right in front of him. Raya's palmed it back out. Griezmann's picked it up. Similar sort of place, about 15 yards out. Tried to hit it straight away, and it's gone. Oh no, it deflected, and that's why Atletico have just had a corner. One corner's come straight over the top. It's gone out for another corner. Let me see that. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, Griezmann hit a really good one, and Gabriel has saved the day there. Hands behind his back, deflected it out. Griezmann literally having to pull toilet paper off the side of the field, like streaming onto the field. Literally put a ball into the penalty area D. and Llorente was stood there completely unmarked, hit the ball, and Atletico Madrid are now appealing for a penalty. Oh, it is a penalty. It is a penalty. Whose arm has that hit? That's Ben White. Yep, it's a penalty. Atletico are going to have a penalty kick here. So the ball's come in. Ben White's leant one way. His arm is not in a natural position. It is out. The ball's hit the floor, jumped up, hit his hand. It's 100% a penalty. Have they referred it? Llorente's certain, yep. Giving it the screen. VAR. That's a penalty. So what will the score be? You'll see the score on my Jumbotron. Boom. Yeah. Before the penalty's taken. Stonewall penalty. Yep. TV. Boom. Penalty. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Raya stood with the goalkeeping coach, trying to figure it out. Griezmann's got the ball in his hands. Where are we up to? Yeah, they all knew it straight away. Let's see. Contact off his leg. Fuck off. There's no contact off his leg. It's hit his hand straight away. Right, so who is doing it? Julian Alvarez now has the ball in his hand. Is he taking it? Because Griezmann had hold of it earlier. Yeah, Alvarez has pulled it off him. Atleti fans looking very tense. Absolutely top bins rocketed. 1-1. 1-1. There you go. Right. Odegaard looks dejected. Let's see what they do now then. Let's see what they do next. Atletico Madrid fans look very excited by that. So do the owners. Let's see that penalty again. Oh, top penalty. Nobody saving that. Raya didn't even move. Didn't even move. Didn't even dive in either direction. Too quick for him. Still only one substitution so far. So Lenormand's come on for Simeone. I wonder if in a minute, where are we up to now in timing? 58 minutes? I don't know, 1-1. Yeah, so it looks like Eze's coming on. Who's he coming on for? Eze's just come on for Odegaard. Interesting. So what does that tell you? It says to me that Arsenal are going to have a go at them. I like that. Eze on for Odegaard. G-A-R-D. Looks like Arsenal are actually going to have a go. Score is 1-1. A penalty apiece. Post. Sorry, just doing my admin there at the same time. 121 people watching. Can a bunch of you please repost this? See if we can get 200 on. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? 124 now, 126. Here we go, 127, 128. It's going for it. Repost it, people. Let me know. Right. Nice one, Cash. Nice one, Cash. Cash has just sent a bunch of people here. That's good of him. To 137. If a bunch of you did repost this, I'd get up to 200. That would be an amazing start for me. Right. Ooh. Arsenal have just let that slip out, and Atletico Madrid are taking quick ball throw-ins now. Lookman on the ball, playing it back. Atletico, I think, have seen that there's a bit of an issue here. Eze's leading the charge forward, the press up the field, which is great for them. Nice from Arsenal. There you go, Eze on the ball. They've pulled that back. There's no way that was a foul. Fucking hell. Griezmann drawing people in. Does he go over? Oh, maybe a foul. Maybe. I don't think so, but Gabriel's caught him, perhaps. Declan there. Quick to get back. Atletico in their own half now, trying to run forward. It seems to be a lot more urgency. Lookman recovers the ball. They've played it back. Lookman's playing well, actually. Lookman, Alvarez, and Griezmann as a three seems to be pulling all of the punches for Atletico, and I think that's Alvarez on the floor. So now they've played the ball out, but yeah, he looks hurt. I think that might be Alvarez in trouble. That looks like his knee. No, he's fucking lying. Bang. Yeah, he's trying to say that Declan Rice has done him in the shin, but he hasn't at all. You can see, though, that Madrid are definitely going to start pushing their luck. They'll probably start being a bit more aggressive. And the referee needs to keep hold of it, I would say. They're just re-showing that penalty again from Madrid. What a penalty. Absolutely put his laces through it. It's a different Alvarez, right, than the one that was playing before in the Premier League. He looks like a much younger Alvarez. He's a good player. Right, back to Raya. Here we go. It wasn't back to Raya. That was Atletico's keeper. Arsenal are actually pressing. Here we go. Griezmann's had to drop right back. 177 of you watching now. Thank you for the 40 that have just joined. I'm Ben. I'll be hosting Newcastle United content much more regularly. This is my first test watch along. Griezmann's just hit the crossbar. Absolute chaos in the box. And then gone back in, and Griezmann's blemmed it. And it looks like it's gone off for a corner. Right, let me have a look at that. So, fair play to Declan Rice for standing up there. The ball from Lookman into Griezmann. Left foot, and he's hit almost the corner of the frame. But it's more onto the crossbar. Maybe 6 inches onto the crossbar. And then it's come back out to him again, and he's hit it again, and it's fizzed wide. And it's out for an Atletico corner. Atletico pushing like they're trying and take it to him. I thought when Eze came on that they might have a go. Alvarez with the corner kick coming in here. Ugh, again. Not beating the first man. Is that another corner for... Yeah, it is. It's another corner for Atletico. Okay, that one's above him, and Raya's tipped it over, so it's going to be another one. On the other side this time, so corner kick that will come in from the right-hand side. God, I tell you what, if Raya hadn't tipped that over, I think that was going in from the corner, direct in. There is still a toilet roll all over the field. Ball in from Griezmann. Cleared only as far as the 18-yard line. Back out to Griezmann. Ball's in. Oh, Lookman has absolutely blemmed that. That'll land tomorrow. He has hit that. I would be surprised if that's still in the stadium. That has gone fully Artemis 2'd that. Right. Great shot there by Griezmann a moment ago. He is unlucky. Raya was nowhere near it. If that had been 8 inches lower, that is in. Right, Arsenal need to try and get this by the bollocks, otherwise they're going to be in trouble. They've given away another foul. Zubamendi shaking his head. Arsenal look like they're getting Gabriel Jesus and Bukayo Saka to come on. So 2 attacking players. Where are we at? 65 minutes. There's 25 minutes to go and they're bringing on 2 strikers. What will that be? Probably Gyökeres for Jesus and maybe Zubamendi. Or maybe Madueke actually for Saka. Although Madueke's been pretty good. That's Eze there making a bit of an impact. Has he been fouled? Down quite close to the penalty area. It's either gone out for a throw-in to Arsenal, or Eze's been fouled. It's gone out for a throw-in. White takes the throw-in quickly. Back to Saliba. All the way across the back line. Now over at the other side with the dude whose name I can't pronounce. Back in. Fair play to Madrid. They're pressing really well, actually. They've just bullied Arsenal off the ball there. And then they play the ball back across the back line. This is not the champagne football we saw yesterday by any means, but it is not a bad game of football at all. Not a bad game of football at all. Right, we're on 226 people in the stream. Go on, lads. Thank you. Can you all repost it? Or just drop me a comment. Give me something to do, for fuck's sake, everyone. Eze on the ball. Out to Madueke. All the other way round. No, I was right. What number is Eze then? I need to get that right because I'm seeing it. Eze is number 10. Number 10. And then Madueke is 20. Got it. And Eze's got the red boots on, and he's just been fouled. Right. Changes coming up then. So, Saka, Jesus, and Trossard coming on. Trossard for Martinelli is the first change. I never know with Trossard. He always looks malnourished. Looks like he could do... Like he's got big black bags under his eyes. Like, I really like him. He's really combative, great footballer, but he looks like he needs a good kip. Saka on for Madueke. Madueke looks fuming. And Jesus is coming on for Gyökeres. I'd be fucked off if I was Gyökeres, to be honest, with that fucking guy coming on. I do not rate Jesus myself. Anyway, here we go. So, let's see what happens next then. Where are they fitting in? So Jesus has gone straight up front. Trossard looks like he's gone out on the left, and Saka out on the right. And then, of course, you've got Eze in the middle now with Rice and Zubamendi. Oof. Atletico still pushing again, though. It's stretched a bit here, to be honest. Arsenal was sat a bit deep there, so they've made the challenge, and then Atletico have just picked it back up again. Griezmann looks like he's rubbing his hands together at the moment because he's starting to spot gaps. That's really well played by Saka there. He slowed that right down. He hasn't gone up front too far. He's sort of sat a bit deeper there as soon as he's come on. Well played, Jesus. he's battled that ball there safe. Arsenal trying to play some nice football. Atletico are just coming in and, to be honest, trying to bully them. Don't let him have you, Saka. Go on, son. Good to see Saka coming back into it. I hope he finds a bit of form ahead of the World Cup. Always love watching Saka play when he's in full flight. Top player. Right, where are we at? None of you fuckers are reposting or commenting. Cash's comments were 25 minutes ago. Come on, give me some comments. Tell me what you're thinking. Right, that is Eze on the ball. Lost the ball again. Eze and Saka got the same bright pink, corally pink boots on. Okay, Atletico now on their back line, holding on to the ball, back to their keeper. Arsenal with 1, 2, 3, 4 up in the press, which is pretty nice. Big boot out from their keeper, and now Saka's got the ball, held on to it really well. Bullied though, 3 of them around him straight away. Still only 1 change from Atletico at half time, so you'd have to imagine that in a minute they would make some changes. I don't know who would come off though. I wouldn't be bringing off Griezmann or Alvarez unless they're tired. And Lookman either. He looks a threat always, so I don't know who's going to come off for them if they do. They're just playing nicely along the back. Arsenal, all 11 players behind the ball now. I would say that when they are sat behind the ball like that, Gyökeres actually does quite a lot of work from that position, whereas Jesus is just nonchalantly running around. I don't know necessarily if that was that good a change. Atletico pushing the ball out wide, out on the right now. Moved it back. Ruggieri's been a good player. Koke pushing it out. I wish I was more familiar with these players because I'd be able to say their names a bit quicker. But I'm looking at the numbers on their positioning and then trying to figure out which ones they are. I'm getting a bit better as the game goes on, but looking forward to it being Newcastle, to be honest, because at least I know they all are. Right. Very interesting here for this. Atletico seem pretty content to hold on to it. I suppose they just don't want to let a lead go, do they? When you get into the last 15, 20 minutes like this, do you push, knowing there's another leg? Because if you go in at 1-1, you'd say Arsenal would fancy it at the Emirates, but you'd also say Atletico were capable of an away goal. Interesting. 301 people in the stream. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate you all watching. If you're Arsenal fans, let me know. Let me know what you think of the game so far. Ask me any questions. I'll tell you what I think. Say Atletico have got pretty good control. I'd like to see the possession stats for the last 5 minutes. Let's see what they are. It should come up in a minute. Expected goals at the moment. Atletico are up. Ball possession 54% for Atletico. That is a lunge. Wow, they've won the ball out, but fuck me. Griezmann on the ball now. Lovely ball forward. Alvarez out wide to Llorente. Up on his own, ball in. Oh, he's done him. Oh. Lookman has just had a chance that Raya had no right getting near. He's absolutely fucked it up and put it on Raya's plate. That's not to say anything bad about Raya, but when you are one-on-one like that, Lookman should have just buried that. I'm not sure how it got through to him. Griezmann made a quick ball through to Alvarez, went into Llorente, came across the field, and Lookman was stood there on his own. Somehow managed to dance around, I think, Saliba. I think it was Saliba. And then he's literally stood in front of Raya and he's hit it straight at him. Anyway, ball hasn't even gone out of play. They've been all up and down the field since then. Griezmann and Llorente playing nice football. Across the back again from Atletico. Not prepared to let go of possession. Arsenal having to really dig in. I don't think Jesus was hoping for this when he came on. Saka not coming back there. Lookman again. Oh, no, it's not a penalty. He's lost his foot in. Where are we at now? There's Trossard on the ball. Haven't seen much of him since he's been in. He's hit the deck. There we are. Nice moment there for Arsenal to just take a minute. But that ball across, Lookman is... Oh no, it was Ben White that got done, not Saliba. My bad. And yeah, I mean, he's put it so close to Raya. All Raya's had to do is drop down to his right-hand side. Should have... If he'd have put it anywhere across the goal, that would have been 2-1 Atletico. Chance of the match really missed, I would say, for Lookman. Chance of the match gone. Still, never mind. Arsenal on the ball now. That's Saka. Oh, have they pulled it back? No. So Alvarez now. Alvarez has pushed over Eze. Is that a foul? Oh, I don't know. They sort of came together. I wouldn't call that a foul. Anyway. Alvarez coming off the pitch. So they're bringing on Alex Baena. 77 minutes gone. I'm not sure who Baena is. Let me have a look at him. Are they making any other changes? It looks like that's just the only one. I'm not surprised. Right. Alex Baena. Spanish footballer, 25 years old. Villarreal C, Villarreal B, Villarreal. 108 appearances, 15 goals. Girona for a season on loan, and then moved to Atletico Madrid this season. Made 24 appearances, scored twice. I would not say that was a great exchange for Alvarez, who looked like a real handful. But there you are. In the Spain team, though, this lad. And that's a booking for... Who's just been booked there? Who's just been booked? Hanko, who's already booked. Oh, is that a penalty? Oh, it is. Fucking hell. Arsenal got another penalty. Oh, that is soft. That is soft. Sorry. I want Arsenal to win, but that is. He stood on his toe, maybe. He's pulled back out of it. Eze had no reason to go down. Fucking game's gone, man. All three of these penalties could have not been penalties. I think the handball from Ben White probably the most likely. Eze's looking at him now. Oh, he's fuming. Hanko is. Did Hanko give away the first penalty as well? I can't remember. I think he did. Oh, they're asking to look at it. They're asking to look at it. They're checking to see if it is a penalty or not. I don't think that's a penalty. Hanko's put his foot across Eze. I would say he has touched an inch of Eze's boot, and Eze's used the motion that he's already got and gone down. Is he going to come over and have a look? With the way Champions League refereeing has been, and if they give it, I'd be like, well, yeah, I'm not surprised. They've given loads like this. Would I give it? Would I want my team to get that against them? I'd be fuming. He's checking the screen. He's going to go and have a look at the screen. So they're asking the ref to go and have a look at his own decision. I don't think they're sure. Let's have a look. See how many times they replay this then. Right. So the ball's gone in. I just don't think Eze needed to go down. He's dragged his back leg, Eze has, and he's going down. It's like he knew he was going to get touched on his toe, and so the rest of his body's gone down. I don't think there's any reason why Hanko's challenge would have led to Eze falling. So I think Eze's actually tried to do him there. And I don't think it's a penalty. What's he given? He's had a look. Nope, he's ruled it out. Fair play. Fair play to that referee. Because he didn't need to give it away. I think he should go and book Eze potentially then for it. Yeah. Simeone's asking for the same thing. Saying, go and fucking... It's a drop ball. Great ball in by Saka. Beautiful ball. And Eze's just tried to do him. It's a bit sneaky from Eze, that. I like him a lot. He's a great player. But that is a bit sneaky. He still thinks it should be a penalty. Interesting. That was an interesting one, that. Right. Anything else happening then? Arteta's fuming. Hand in the air. Watch it back. Watch it back, Mikel. You'll see. You'll see. Right. Ball's back now with the Atletico keeper. Big boot up into the air. What are we? 9 minutes left. Plus added on. There'll be a couple of minutes. Lookman's been very good for Madrid. Apart from that shocking miss. But he has been pretty good on the ball. Nicely tidied up there by Gabriel. Trossard. Back in now to Gabriel again. Declan Rice comes deep. Picks up the ball. I love the way he does this. Look at him moving forward. Where is everyone? Back over to Gabriel. Rice again. Ball up. Oof. A bit too much on it for Saka. Out for a throw in for Atletico. Last 10 then. Atletico putting the ball forward. Saliba tidies up. I think Arsenal... So Rice has dropped. And I think the reason he's dropped is because Saka, Eze and Jesus are defending significantly less than Odegaard, Gyökeres, and Martinelli were. So in the kind of midfield part, Arsenal don't look nearly as dynamic as they did, and I think Rice has detected that and has dropped back a little bit to add cover. And Atletico are playing some nice football at feet. That's good though. Arsenal on a break. Eze into Trossard. Turns. Oof. Blocked. Llorente pushing the ball up. Arsenal looking all right here for a moment. It's like great end-to-end stuff. Kane on the ball. Rice on the ball. Into Eze. Oh, and Atletico have got it back. There's a break on here. Lookman. Saliba. He read it. He saw it by a mile off. Saka on the ball now. Back into Declan Rice. That isn't Declan Rice. Who is it? Zubamendi. Fucking hell, Ben. Open your eyes. I need like a big widescreen telly to watch this on. Right, where are we at then? Eze, Declan Rice. Arsenal now moving into their own final third of the pitch. Back to Eze again. Back to Declan Rice again. Rice just marshalling it, to be honest. Nothing is getting by him, and if it does, it's Saliba's behind him. So they look solid. Ball's pushed forward. What's he called? Incup, yeah. Fucking some player he is. I wish they'd sub him off though, because I can't pronounce his fucking name. But he's some player, right? So Ben White coming off, being replaced by Mosquera. 4 minutes to play in normal time. I think Ben White's played a good game actually. Not least because he's my namesake, but he's been pretty solid. That penalty wasn't necessarily his fault. His hand was in a bit of a silly position, but it was very quick. But alongside Gabriel and Saliba and this other lad who I can't pronounce his name, Arsenal's defence has looked pretty solid. Right. Eze on the ball. Oh, beautiful 1-2. Oh, unlucky. Who was that? Is that Gabriel? Who's number 3? Who's number 3 for Arsenal? Is it even number 3? Fucking hell, my head's gone now. Yeah, Mosquera. Mosquera's just come on and had a fucking great shot. Palmed away by Atletico. Ball in here from Arsenal. Arsenal in the ascendancy. Trossard on the edge of his area. Backwards and forwards with his defender. Trossard on the ball. Oh, they can't hold on to it though. Atletico, when they get it, they never hold on. And Griezmann and Llorente have been pretty relentless, to be honest. Mosquera's hit that straight at the fucking keeper. Anywhere else, he had the goal begging in front of him. He's a big lad, Mosquera, isn't he? I didn't realise how tall he was. Cardoso coming off now for Atletico Madrid. And they're bringing on Molina. 2 minutes of normal time left to play. 379 of you watching. Who would have thought? Thank you everyone for watching me tonight as I try and figure this all out. My first time of doing it. I'd love feedback. If anyone wants to drop a comment and let me know what they think about the way the show's been. I think I've been a little bit flat, but it's because I'm just actually spending a lot of my time trying to figure out who the fucking players are. definitely given me. Oh my God, Eze, what a turn! What a turn! Right, Eze moving the ball forward. Trossard on the ball now. Trossard reminds me of like Miguel Almiron that played for Newcastle. He was like that kid that was always out till 10:30 on the estate. That sort of like Declan Rice. Oof, big shot from 40 yards out. It went wide. But yeah, Trossard and Miggy Almiron. They're kind of these lads that, you know, had 3 bags of Haribo all day and then just stayed out playing football till 10:30, till it went dark, basically. Always out with like a bike and a massive bottle of squash. Look like they never got any sleep. Right. Where are we at? 90 minutes nearly, 30 seconds off. Trossard on the ball. That wasn't Trossard. This is Gabriel on the ball. See if they can get the ball forward. Come on. Last couple of minutes. Declan Rice. Back to Saliba. Declan Rice again. Out to Saka. Saka in the middle to Saliba. Oh, Eze's picked it up. It's loose on the edge. Come on. They need to move the ball forward. Atletico have got 10 behind the ball always. Great ball in. Saka's got it on the edge of his own area on the right-hand side. No. Saliba now. Great overlap, Saliba. Fucking hell. He gets forward all right, doesn't he? Declan Rice covering now. I would say Eze's been outstanding since he's been on in terms of creatively. And they're moving forward. So Atletico have got a little break on now, but they haven't got enough players moving up the field. So it's funny, one lad broke there for Atletico. Not sure who it was, number 10. Was it number 10? No, it wasn't number 10. Who the fuck was that? It wasn't Lookman. It was 10. It was Baena, the lad that came on. And he broke when there was no one else there. Right. 7 minutes added on. We're 1.5 minutes into that. Fucking Simeone and Arteta are absolutely screaming in their technical areas, the pair of them. Arsenal need to just get a hold of this, if I'm honest, and just let it go out for a draw. I can't see them winning it, but they don't need to fucking lose it. And Zubamendi's playing very well there with Trossard. They just need to hold the ball. Hold the ball, quite right. Don't concede. Take it back to the Emirates. Take your draw back. Atletico just camped between their 18-yard line and sort of halfway into their half. Saliba on the ball now, outright to Saka. Saka's moved further wide as the half's gone on. I think he's recognised that if the ball comes to him, he can do him down the line. The problem is he's got no one to put it into because they're standing back. Declan Rice has spent, most of the half as a defensive central midfielder, to be honest. Have not been impressed with Jesus since he came on. Done very little. Thought Gyökeres was much more effective. Well played, Eze. Just missed out on it. Griezmann playing a full 90 minutes here. Ball in. Out wide. Oh my goodness me. If Lookman was a foot taller. If Lookman was Nick Waltemada, they'd have been in trouble there. Where are we? 3 minutes into the 7. Atletico on the ball. All 10, 11 players for Arsenal back. Jesus doesn't really account. He's done fuck all since he came on. Lookman's just plunked the ball out there. Saliba is so solid. He is such a good defender. Straight up to Eze, who's lost it. Oh, long range. Oh my god, I tell you what. I think that's a corner. Is it not a corner? Eze lost the ball, and Hanko has absolutely smashed that from. Was it Hanko? Or did he take it up and leave it for. I think it might have been Molina actually. But it got hit hard. And has Raya saved that? Let's see. Up. No, I don't think so. I think that was going up and over. I think Raya has. Let's see. No. Maybe. Slight touch. Have they given it as a corner? I don't think they have they? No. Goal kick. Raya booting it up. 4 minutes played. Last 3. 405 of you in the stream. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. It's been a very, very tense, tight match. Saka has just won the ball. Go on, Saka. Run at him. Run at him. Into Eze. Eze over to Trossard. Trossard out. Back into Eze. Oh, unlucky. Good defending from Atletico. Arsenal knocking at the door, but just not looking to fully commit. Just so conscious that they don't want it to break the other end. I do want someone to tell me how to pronounce Arsenal's left back, because I really don't know how to say his name. Nkapie. He's been fantastic. Solid player. If I were going to give a man of the match out, it would probably be Griezmann for Atletico or Declan Rice for Arsenal, and I think I'd probably give it to Declan Rice. He's been on top of everything. Nothing's really gone by him. Excellent performance. Arsenal played really well, to be fair. Very, very solid. Given away a penalty that was suspect, and that's really been about it. Raya's had very little to do. That one by Lookman, which was the chance of the match, and was absolutely why Atletico's expected goals will be as high as they are, because he fucking should have buried it. There's absolutely no excuse. Raya shouldn't have even had a look in on it. But he missed it, put it straight at Raya. And apart from that, I think Arsenal have had very little to do. They've looked much more threatening. I think Gyökeres looked much better up front. I don't think Odegaard offered a great deal. I can see why they bought him off as early as they did. I would say Eze offers significantly more than Odegaard. And actually, when he's had to, Eze has dropped in a bit. But what's happened is when Odegaard's come off and Eze's come on, Declan Rice has recognised that he's needed to drop back a little bit. But I think from where Declan Rice has been playing football, he's looked really, really solid. And there you are, there's the whistle. 1-1. Very well played, Arsenal. I think that's enough to take to the Emirates. It's going to be a close one there. I can't see this Madrid team. They're going to have to pull something out of their arse. I was surprised when Alvarez came off. He's hobbling on now. It looks like he maybe picked up a knock. Saka looks fucking pumped. But very good. Very, very good game of football. I'm going to close up in a minute, but I will say I fancy Arsenal to get through to the final. And I fancy Arsenal to meet Harry Kane's Bayern Munich there. I know it was 5-4. I know Paris take a lead to Munich, but I think Bayern will be a different proposition in the Allianz, and I'd be surprised if they don't go through. Arsenal versus Bayern is my gut feeling. And if I'm honest, I think Arsenal might win it altogether. I don't think Arsenal will have a better chance of winning the Champions League than this, because they've got this team in the fucking in their pocket, and so then all you have to do is beat a Bayern Munich team that is capable of conceding 5 goals in a game, or a Paris Saint-Germain team that, on their day is abject and couldn't even beat Newcastle United at 2 goes of asking. So I think this should be Arsenal's for the taking. At this point, I think Arsenal are more likely to win the Champions League than they are to win the Premier League. That's my thoughts on the matter. Anyway, 438 of you. First go. Really enjoyed it. Definitely going to make a bit of a dossier for every game I show, so that I know who the players are and have some stats around kind of what they're up to, and make sure that I'm just a bit more prepared. But really enjoyed it, and thank you to everyone that came in and watched. Thank you to everyone who offered some support. I've had lots of messages in the background, and I'm going to end the stream now, but thank you. Have a great evening. Well done, Arsenal. I think that's a great 1-1 draw to take to the Emirates. Looking forward to seeing how they get on. Any feedback, ping me on X. I'm Hello Ben White, and you've also got at the Gallagher HQ. But yeah, great night. Have a good one, everyone. See you all soon.